What's going on, my trainer club? Today we're going to check out the top counters for Cresselia and Registeel, as well as a couple top tips to make sure you guys are ready to max out on this quick turnaround Pokemon Go Battle League event. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, how did you guys do on the Darkrai? There is still a little bit of time left, so make sure to get out there, stay after it, and hunt as many of the Poison and Team Go Rocket themed Pokemon, including Shiny Skorupi, as possible. And if you need any of these Pokemon for your Go Battle League teams, make sure to stay after it. You guys can find these Pokemon. They are prevalent in the wild, and if you need to pine up any of them, make sure to do so. Because today, we're going to go over a couple tips as well as the top counters for Registeel and Cresselia, because we have an event that is going to go from Tuesday at 8 a.m. all the way until Thursday at 10 p.m. So technically it's 3 days. So we're going to want to get after these Pokemon in specific that we just mentioned, and there's also going to be a couple other Pokemon in raids to help you guys out that include the Shieldon, that include the Swampert, and other things like that. So as far as those Pokemon go, you definitely want to get after the Shieldon. Shieldon 12, 15, 15 is going to be the 100% IV for PvP Great League if you do not plan to bump it up in the friendship boost with your buddy. So you definitely want to make sure that you get the appropriate one, and all of those guys can be obtained from raids. However, the better strategy would be to lucky trade it, or at least trade a bunch of them, get after it. Swampert, very, very powerful. However, it needs Hydro Cannon to do so. So if they do not introduce Hydro Cannon in these raids, Swampert, although it is cool and a great Pokemon, if it doesn't have Hydro Cannon, it is definitely not quite as effective, because Hydro Cannon is the boss moveset that you're looking for. So ideally, I wouldn't suggest raiding for these unless it does have Hydro Cannon. However, if we are going to look at Skarmory, it is a beast Great League Pokemon. So this Pokemon you're going to have to get, and you're going to have to trade to make sure that the stats go down. Skarmory is the Pokemon that you want to get at a 0, 15, 14. So what you would have to do is you would have to trade it with somebody who you do not have a friendship interaction with. However, in rank 4, it can have a 1 attack, and in rank 11, it can have a 2 attack. So there is potential for you guys to get the Skarmory traded if you do not have one. And remember, you can always get a shiny Skarmory as well. So that is definitely going to be what you want to get after if you're looking for some of those. But now we're going to get into the more impactful ones, because Registeel is an absolute tank. Cresselia is also a tank as well if you use it properly in both of these leagues. So starting off, we're going to go over the Registeel counters, and then we're going to get into Cresselia. Registeel is going to be an all steel type Pokemon. It's going to have a max CP of 2447 under the Ultra League. It's going to have a defense which helps it shine at the 285, which is absolutely monstrous. Being an all steel type Pokemon, it's going to be weak to ground, fire, and fighting. It's going to be double resistant to poison with a ton of other resistances as well. So this Pokemon is going to be very effective to use in either the Great League or the Ultra League. It is very tanky. It's going to have 100% IV at 1398 in level 20, which is going to be what you want to use if you're going to be catching it for the Ultra League. It's also going to be weather boosted in snowy conditions, 100% IV at 1748.
And as far as the moveset that the Registeel can get, it can get Metal Claw, Rock Smash, and Lock On. Lock On is going to charge the moves extremely, extremely fast, so you're definitely going to have to look out for these fast charging moves. And then when we're talking about the specials, it can get Flash Cannon, Focus Blast, and Hyper Beam. So these are all relatively slower charging moves. However, the one thing, like I just mentioned, is that Lock On is going to charge them really, really fast. So it's definitely something we want to look out for, be mindful of, but most of the counters are not going to be weak to any of these movesets, which is definitely a plus based on the tankiness of this Registeel and how much defense that it has.
So now we're going to get into the top counters, and then we are going to check out what the ideal IVs are for the Great League. So starting off, we have Reshiram. That cannot be a Pokemon as of yet, but when it does, it's going to demolish Registeel. However, the next we are going to check out is going to be Chandelure with the Fire Spin Overheat combination. This Pokemon definitely does deliver a lot of damage, and it's going to help you out beating the Registeel as much as possible. And then the next, we are looking at Moltres with Fire Spin Overheat. And ideally speaking, I would think that the Moltres was going to be a little bit more tanky. However, Chandelure had less deaths and less time to win than did the Moltres. And then we have Conkeldurr coming in next with Counter and Dynamic Punch, followed closely by the Entei with Fire Fang and Overheat. And then we have Heatran with Fire Spin and Flamethrower, followed by the Darmanitan with Fire Fang and Overheat combination. And then we have the ground attackers. We have the Groudon, Mudshot Earthquake combination, and next we also have the Garchomp with the exact same moveset of Mudshot and Earthquake. And then we have Blaziken, firefighting counter blast burn combination, followed by the Lucario with the counter and Aura Sphere, which is very powerful. However, it is more attack heavy and can be slightly glassy. And then we have Charizard with the Ember and the Blast Burn. It must have the Blast Burn to be so effective, which is why I recommended, if the Swampert doesn't get the Hydro Cannon, not the ideal Pokemon to raid for. And then we have Machamp with counter and Dynamic Punch, followed by Excadrill with Mud Slap and Earthquake. Then we have Flareon with Fire Spin and Overheat. And if you guys want to go and check out some of the more budget counters, you can definitely pause and do so right here. And the Registeel for the Great League is going to be a 0-8-15, so that's what you're going to want to trade for. However, in rank 6, it's going to be a 2-13-14 that you can definitely check out as well. So make sure to trade these, try to drop the attack, keep the defense and stamina high. Now we're going to go on to the Cresselia to see what are the top counters to make sure you guys have the exact same information, which is going to be an all psychic type Pokemon. It is going to have a max CP of 2-8-5-7, but the defense and stamina is going to be where this Pokemon shines. It is going to be weak to the Bug, Dark, and Ghost combination. Is going to resist fighting and psychic. 1633 is going to be the 100% IV, and then maxed out in the windy conditions, level 25 2041.
And as far as the moves for the Cresselia, we have Psycho Cut and Confusion, so it's only getting double psychic fast moves, which is definitely a plus for us. It's going to hit pretty hard with the Confusion, but fortunately all of the counters that we're going to use are not going to be weak to any of the move sets as far as the quick moves, but it's going to get Aurora Beam, Moonblast, and Future Sight. Aurora Beam is going to be a pretty hard-hitting ice move. The Giratina origin form is a Dragon Ghost combination, so Aurora Beam is going to hit it pretty hard. And then you have to look out for the Moonblast as well, because it's Fairy, and the Dark Pokemon are going to be weak to the Fairy move. So although it does charge very slow, it's definitely something that we're going to want to keep in mind.
Darkrai is going to be the #1 counter with Snarl and Shadow Ball. So everybody out there that's been hunting these Darkrai and have got a good one, this is going to be a great time for you, followed by the Chandelure with Hex and Shadow Ball. And then we have Giratina origin form. If you guys have been playing in the Master League, this is going to be a great time to use this Pokemon with Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball combination. And the Weavile with the Snarl and the Foul Play combination, followed by the Mewtwo with the Shadow Ball. The only thing that holds the Mewtwo back is it doesn't get the Ghost Quick move. And then we have the Bite Crunch T-Tar that is going to be next, and we also have Genesect, which could be coming out very soon, probably not in time for this raid boss, but for the future of the Psychic Pokemon. Then we have Hydreigon with Bite and Dark Pulse, and then the Houndoom with the Snarl and the Foul Play. Then we have the Excavalier with the Bug Bite and the Mega Horn, and if you want to keep going, you can use something like the Scizor with the Fury Cutter and the X-Scissor, or the Gengar with the Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball. And if you guys want to keep checking out some of the other counters, you can definitely do so here. Make sure to pause and check out the movesets to make sure you are appropriately ready. As for the Cresselia in the Great League, you're actually going to have to get pretty lucky, because at level 20 is going to be where you want it. However, you're going to have to dip that attack so incredibly low. It's going to have to be with trading the friendship levels that are going to be below like Great Friend and Brand New Friends in order to get so it's definitely going to cost you a little bit more dust to try to drop it down into the leagues. Also, for the Ultra League, it's going to be level 37.5 at a 0-13-15. And if you check out rank 11, it's going to be a 2-15-14. So the ideal position right here is that you guys get out, you try to get the shinies, then you're going to stock up on these, you're going to try to trade as much as possible, or you can save them if you don't want to trade them right now for when you have a discounted dust trade. Even though we just had that event, it could definitely come in the near future. You're going to want to go after these guys, save that, and then when that happens, you can trade as much as possible. So stockpile them if you don't feel like burning a bunch of dust trying to trade them down, especially for that Cresselia, since it needs to go into the perfect IV stats to get it into the Great League. And it's definitely a Pokemon that you want to check out. As far as the Cresselia, the ideal moveset is going to be Confusion, Aurora Beam, and Moonblast. And the Registeel is going to be Lock-On, Focus Blast, and Flash Cannon. So that's going to do it, guys. Hope you guys have fun. Make sure to get out there, stay focused, counter these guys down, and get as many as possible, and good luck on the shinies. I can't wait to see what you guys do. Thank you for all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, and everybody who takes their subscriptions to the next level. I'm going to see you out on the next video. Peace! I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.